Oh, what's up guys, it's me, Janne here, back again with another video, and this time we are in for a treat because we have a special guest and this is turning into a talk show channel apparently. But yeah, as you can see on the screen, I have a connection to Nikolay Gryazin. I hope I pronounced your name right, and we will be doing a bit of an interview about rallying and Simrallying, Simracing, Richard Burns Rally and whatnot. So yeah, first of all, thanks Nikolay for giving me this opportunity to interview. And how's everything going at the moment?
Thank you for the invitation. So everything good for me. I really want to see our levels and try to beat you.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And for the viewers, I'll tell you that this is an interview done before recording a video with us two driving together in a one-on-one Richard Burns Rally battle. And I'm looking forward to get my ass whooped by the professional here, but yeah, we'll see if my countless hours of the simulator have given me any weapons against him. But let's talk a bit about rallying. I think you have done all your rallies for this season now already.
No, we will have one rally in 15th of December. It's in France. It's really close to Monte Carlo stages, so it will be good preparation for Monte Carlo. So it will be our last race in this season. So I think it's 18th or 19th race in this year. So quite a lot.
That is a lot. So it's all done as a preparation for Monte Carlo then?
Yes.
Okay, and what car will you be driving there?
This time we will try on Hyundai i20 in Sarrazin Motorsport.
Okay.
So it's like our new experience and new car. So we'll try to do something, and we'll see how it will be.
Okay, sounds interesting. I think I've read that you've tested the car already. Is it true?
Yeah, we already tested. Hyundai Motorsport have invitation us for this test. We just was driving and speaking with engineers what's the weak points, what's the strong points, and just some introducing ourselves to each other. So nothing special, but for me it was like also some lookings for next year, because we are now choosing which car we will use. So it was also like choosing the car. But car is really good, and that's why we decided to go with this car on next race in France.
Okay, but have you made any choices yet regarding next year, that what car you will use next year? Or is it still a secret?
It's a little bit, yeah, secret, but we will announce, I think in a few days, maybe 3 days, and we will announce. So I think it will be soon.
Okay, and you told me earlier that you have driven the i20 in Richard Burns Rally as well.
Yeah.
Do you find it anywhere near similar to the real thing in Richard Burns Rally, or is it like really different?
In Richard Burns Rally, it's not a big difference in the car. It's it feels a little bit different, but it goes from, I think, the standard setup of the car. But overall, like engine is in the game is still the same. It's almost all the same of R5 cars in the game. In reality, each car is completely different. Even Ford, even Hyundai, even Skoda, even Volkswagen. Every car is different. But in the game, it's more easier. It has some difference in the game, but it goes directly from the default setup. So if you will change it for like similar setup, it's gonna be quite the same. Because I have tested most of the car in RBR with other setups, and overall it's quite the same time in the stage.
Yeah, And speaking of Richard Burns Rally, do you have a special favorite R5 car there, or is it just more that you drive whatever you feel like and you're fast regardless?
I started in RBR with a Skoda, so I didn't do a lot of other cars, but I did I-20 in WRC car. For me, it was really a beautiful car for me. But on R5, I done only on the Skoda. After I tried Hyundai. Ford I didn't test, only in the French tournaments.
Okay.
And once I tried Volkswagen, but for me it's quite it's not ready yet. It feels like the model is not inside done. So
yeah, there's been some issues with the texture in the steering wheel, and there might be some other missing textures as well. I'm not completely familiar with it, but I think it has received a few updates, and it should be in a more ready state now than it was earlier on. But did it drive okay, or did it feel like unfinished, the VW, also as when you were driving, or was it just the model itself?
Don't feel the big difference, honestly. Just in a game, it's quite the same.
Yeah. Okay. And do you drive other cars than the R5s in Richard Burns Rally? Do you use some fun cars maybe? Or
I tried Group B Audi, but it's just scary and difficult to handle. And also I tried R3, R2, and I don't remember. I tried once Porsche 911 in some like 996 model.
Yeah.
If I correct. But most of the time I drive R5 or WRC car, which is new one, like 2017.
Yeah. Okay. And well, do you have any favorite stages in Richard Burns Rally, or what are like your favorite top 3 stages in Richard Burns Rally?
I did not too much stages in this game because I have no time to try everything. But for me, like Semi-Teen is the best #1 for me because it's really the same like in real life. So it's really joy to drive.
Yeah.
Second place, I think it will be Humalamaki in Finland because I made a world record in the class in R5 on this stage. So it was really I spent a lot of time to do this stage.
Yeah.
And maybe on the third one I will tell like Shurdon's Head.
Yeah.
But I was really playing this track a lot. That's why I a little bit hate this track, because I was competing with Alexei Lukinyuk on the stage, and I were pushing every time, and when you do it like 3 days in a row, you start to sick about it stage. But Shurdon's Head is really good, really.
Yeah. So have you done like a hot lap competition with Alexei Lukinyuk?
Yeah, it was once a hot lap. Like we done as much as we can on it was on a vanilla RBR with the Subaru 05. So it was really difficult because I have no experience on vanilla game. I just tried directly from NGP, and I don't know. I thought we made like 3:05. It's almost like world record on these cars.
Yeah, that's fast.
But I was playing during all night because in daylight I was in a home with the friends. But after, when it becomes the night, I just go to the home and start playing simulator until 5 a.m. And after no joy at all, because you cannot do this time, because you start making like 3:11. But you need somehow to reduce 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And it starts like some circus. You jump over the curves. You jump somewhere. You just know that you can cheat there, and It's
Yeah,
quite not rally driving, but it's hot lap. You need to do something.
yeah. Um, do you know any other rally drivers that do use Richard Burns Rally as some form of practice, or
For sure, I'm using it because for me, when you change the setup in a game, it's quite similar behavior like in real life.
okay?
So it's quite interesting to check something in a game and after to see if it works similar like in real life. And also the feedback of the wheel in this game is so close to the reality. So you just can to keep you in shape of driving. If you're not able to drive a lot in a rally car on a testing, you just can play in this game and your hands will remember how to do it, how to reduce some extreme moments and how to be more safe, because it's really quite the same behavior of the car like in game and real.
Yeah, that is really, really great to hear as someone who only has access to Richard Burns Rally and sadly no access to real rally cars. So it's really, really great to know that it's close to the real thing, and now sort of like confirmed by you. And but yeah, do you like talk during rallies? Do you talk with other drivers about sim racing or sim rallying, or is it just that you're the only one there who does this?
I was talk with with Alexei Lukiniuk. He using this game sometimes, but he used vanilla,
Yeah,
as I remember. So for me, it's strange because vanilla is quite not similar like in real life. With Pavel Dressler, it's a co-driver of Jan Kopetsky. We have
yeah,
taught, and he using RBR in the past, but now I think he have no time to do it. And as I remember, I'm not sure, but Latvala was playing, but I didn't remember if I told him about it, but I saw he was playing. But sometimes I'm speaking with some engineers about this car. Almost in Finland, people know about this game, but otherwise somebody hears something about this game, but no, not a lot people are interested to use this game like in a professional.
yeah. So that's quite interesting to hear, and yeah, at the moment we do have a really really good scene of Richard Burns Rally here in Finland, and it's interesting to hear that even Latvala has done some, and Lukinuk as well. But it's amazing to me. It's because I don't really have a connection to the rallying world in the same way that you do. So it's always awesome to hear the stories that you guys are doing the same thing that I'm doing here at my home with my simulator. And it would be great to have sometimes a proper matchup with professional drivers and maybe some simulator drivers compete. That would be great. What would you think about something like that? Would it be nice or would it be just boring?
Boring about what?
Like, would it be? I think I need to rephrase a bit. Do you think that it would be interesting to compete against, some really fast simulator guys like Tomek Vach and Jurek Bogdanowicz? I think he was sitting beside you in some test, but do you think
Yes, yes.
it would be interesting to compete like in a somewhat serious setting against these really fast simulator drivers?
No, in real life it's not the same, honestly, like in simulator, because you feel other things. For example, you feel everything with your S, and also you sometimes can be scared
Yeah,
about speed. And for example, in a gravel roads, there are some lines which can disrupt your car,
yeah,
and it's really in a gravel in the game you more like have one flat surface and you can use all surface, like all wideness of the road. In real life sometimes you need to keep in a line, because it will be more grip, and it's also need to know in real life when you're driving in gravel stages. So it's not similar in this point in simulator, but like I told you before, it's close with the feeling of the car, with the feedback. If, for example, I'm trying to compare myself to Jurek Bogdanovic, for example, it's really difficult because all these guys know the stages for his mind, and also his setups are made for the best grip, and it's not easy to handle the car. For example, you need just to know where you need to go and do it much more earlier, like to rotate the car and to believe that it will be a corner which you know.
Yeah.
So the settings also completely different.
Yeah, but well, if you would get an invitation to do some sort of a rally where you would compete against top simulator drivers, would you participate in it or not?
If it will be on a Richard Burns rally, yes. But for example, in Dirt 2.0 rally, I tried one tournament in my town in Riga. So it's for me Dirt rally. It's not similar like in real life. So you need to used to do it in this game. So for me, it's not joy to compete in a dirt rally, for example. If it will be in Richard Burns rally, if I will have a time, I would like to do it.
Yeah, and yeah, as we are recording this interview, this is the week where the Rally Lithuania 2019 by Scuba Elag, or the Lithuanian organization, is being held, and you are participating in that, right?
Yes, I will do it maybe today in evening.
Okay, and yeah, I will be doing that as well. I hope to be at least somewhat close to your pace there. And do you have anything that you want to say about the Rally Lithuania beforehand?
You mean in real life or in simulator?
This simulator rally that is coming up this week.
For me, it's quite small rally because it's rally sprint and it's like 3 stages overall, which you need to know. It's like reverse very high and also gravel stages. But it's very nice that even Lithuania made some simulator tournaments, and also it's supported by Federation of Autosport in Lithuania. So it's really big step in like cyber sports, and it's really nice. And but it's only first race for me in this kind of Lithuanian championship, but I think it will be fun and really nice.
Yeah, and yeah, I do have to agree with you on that one. It's really, really great how they have managed to get the sporting organization of the motorsports involved in this Richard Burns Rally stuff as well. And I think it is evolving the status of sim racing and making it as a more viable choice, and makes it have more credit, so to say. And as a simulator, as a sim racer, it is really, really nice to see these sort of steps taken, and to see that it is getting more recognition also on the motorsport field as well. And we are maybe not seen just as some nerds sweating at home trying to beat some time on some stage, but it is seen as proper driving in some cases. And I personally think that is really, really great. And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, really also happy with, for example, in circuit racing, it's a really big sport now because you have Iracing, which is really close to the reality, and also famous people like Verstappen using Iracing. But for sure, in a rally, it's not too much games. For example, now for me, it's just Richard Burns Rally, but it's quite old game. So if somehow people will make the same game like Richard Burns Rally, but will keep all this physics but make like new game which will be not crashing and with better graphics, with more like easier to use the mods, and maybe to create the new direction in the rally world. I mean, like in the circuit we have a lot of tournaments, but in rally we have only like Czech tournaments and French and Italian. So if they will make like also world champion in a digital, like cyber sports in the rally world, it will be really nice. But still, it's not the same level like in the circuit.
Yeah, I think it is really, really true, like you said it. And there's a lot more of those professional, high visibility personalities involved in the circuit racing, sim racing, a lot more than in rallying. I mean, yeah, here in rallying we have you, and as you said, looking a bit, but not much, with the vanilla game and all that. But yeah, it is really, really great about how in circuit racing it is, how involved all the professional racing drivers, even up to Formula One, are in sim racing. And yeah, I really don't have any other incredible point to say there that would make me look really smart here on my video. That's a bit sad, but yeah. You mentioned iRacing. Have you driven on iRacing yourself?
Yeah, I think I was doing since 2013 years, and I was doing in the circuit a lot, and but I made it like 1 or 2 years, and after I just forgot it and not playing like 3 years. And sometimes now I just continue to play. I have like license B in circuit road racing, not oval. And yeah, we're using sometimes like in the Nürburgring, Porsche Cup. For me, Porsche Cup is really nice because I was using Porsche Cup in real life, and for me it's very similar. But sometimes in the past I was using like oval roads, Carburetor Cup, when I just was driving and crashing with the peoples. But I have not banned it, but I'm not using now because you know, it was quite a long time ago, and I was a child.
Yeah, and but have you tried as Rallycross came to iRacing a few years ago? Have you tried Rallycross in iRacing?
Yeah, I was tried when it's released, and I didn't like it a lot because I don't know, maybe because I'm not a good driver, but it's very, very difficult to keep car in a line with this type of tires. Even in real life, when you drive in rallycross, it's a little bit more easier. For sure, if you go wide, you will go wide, for example, because you are not in a line. Yeah. It's more slippery. But in this game, it's completely like Polish, and it's no way to stay on the road. But I saw your video from your channel when you drive on Subaru, and it's quite good. But jumps, it's not realistic. I think if in real life you will jump like this, you will not able to drive after.
Yeah, I think there's also that a bit of unrealistic thing in iRacing where you can control the car while it's in the air in the jump. You can control it with brakes and gas. It will alter the angle of the car, and it is a bit unrealistic. But,
no, it's quite realistic.
Is it?
Yeah. Even when I drove in Skoda R5 in Finland, when you go, like for example, on a full throttle in some sharp jump, go full throttle, car will not like using front to up. It will be like go straight. Yeah. But for example, if you need to pitch the front down, you can just brake car, and car will go like with big rotate, like pitching in front to the down.
Okay.
And it's also working like on cross bikes when they are flying, and if they need to manage the pitch, they will do it with throttle or braking. But in bikes you have less weight, so it's more easier to do. But on the car, it really works if you just put on a brake, and you will feel like it's get pitch, like rotating nose down.
Yeah, I meant the thing that happens in iRacing, that when you jump, and regardless in what kind of position you are or in what kind of angle you are in the air, and when you are in the air and then you press on the brakes, then the car starts to dip down and the nose goes down. Is that something that happens in real life as well? Or?
Yes.
Oh, that's news to me. I thought that it was somewhat unrealistic, but yeah, it's interesting to get insight.
That's why everybody jump in rally with a full throttle. You can find also the video from Rally du Valais. It's like Rally du Valais.
Yeah.
It's in Switzerland. In 2015, I was participating, and on a Skoda, it's my first race, and we were jumping with the full throttle. And there were one man on a Peugeot S2000. He started braking in the air, and he just landed nose down.
Oh.
So it shows like it really works.
Okay, you need to link me that video. I need to watch it sometime. And yeah, let's talk about real life motorsports. But you have done a lot of rallies. You've been driving in rally. How long have you been actually driving in rallying?
4 years fully.
Yeah, and has it all been with the Skoda R5 or with R5 cars in general, or did you start with something slower?
No, I started from R2, like one season in Latvian Championship, second season in ERC, European Championship. So 2 years on R2.
Yeah.
2 years on R5 in European Championship. Okay, so it's my 5th year. And now in WRC.
Yeah.
With R5.
Okay. And yeah, you have done quite a few rallies, I guess, in that time as well. And so my question here would be like, what is your favorite real life rally, and why is it Finland?
Yeah, Finland. I done like local races in 2018.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit disappointed because most of the rallies, it's like here in Latvia, it just flat out everywhere and no jumps too much. Just like 2 races, like OK Rally, Vakuna Rally, Ita Rally. Okay, this one, yeah, and there were some stages which is really difficult to drive, and it's like sometimes on Pohja, but okay, on Pohja more wider, but in some places was quite the same. And when we come to this year in Rally Finland, we were expecting like it will be the same, like in video, like on Pohja, 30Ks of jumps, and in real life they cut the most famous stages, and we were driving in narrow sandy stages which have a lot of stones, and just some parts of famous stages like on Pohja. So some stages really nice, but I was expecting more fly, so it was not so much jumps in this race.
I think that's like the first time I've heard anyone complain that there are not enough jumps in Finland. That's new. But yeah, do you have any other favorite rallies, like some tarmac rallies maybe? Do you have any favorite on that front?
For me, this rally in Spain, WRC Spain Catalonia, was really nice. It's very flowing stages, and gravel stages quite good. So for me, Spain was really nice. Okay, Barum Rally is like iconic for me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I able to go faster, and also it's quite tricky and difficult rally. Also, Azores quite beautiful, but it's really difficult, and it's quite expensive to go there. It's logistic and to go with the car. So
Yeah.
but it's really beautiful.
Yeah. And yeah, I need to ask a bit about Barum, because there was this interview this year during the rally after Semetin that you said that you had practiced it in a simulator and therefore you were able to go faster. And just to make it sure, I'm guessing that this simulator was Richard Burns Rally.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you think that how much of a help it was for you that you were able to practice in simulator?
I think it's like 70% of success was just because of the simulator, because they made it so similar in the game. So I was able to just remember in my mind which corner will be, and also it was some jumps in a narrow part when you go from the city in a very narrow part and you go uphill like full throttle. And in this place, when I done in 2017 first in the bottom 17, I was driving and remember, okay, this corner I made in a full throttle in the game. Let's try to do it in real life, and it works. And after I just start to understand, okay, maybe it's useful. And after I understood that, okay, this game it's so close to the reality. Also, the slippery places are repeated in the game. Because in a cemetery, some places are smooth tarmac, in some places just with big holes, some places with the sand, and there was like repeated every slippery places in the game also.
Okay, that's really interesting insight again for us simulator drivers only. Is there any other instances that you have been able to practice in Richard Burns Rally ahead of the rally? You know, the same stages that are in the rally. Do you have any memories of that?
No, I was like after Sweden, I noticed that they have first stage in the game, but I didn't practice because I didn't know about it. And also after Poland, special stage Mikołajki.
Yeah.
It's like rallycross. I also didn't know that it exists in the game, and I did not practice. So if I will know it, I will do it. But I didn't do it. So
yeah, I think we should somehow work together so you can ask me about some stages that if they are in Richard Burns Rally, and I can help you on that front in the future.
we'll do it together. It's but the best option to find the people who will like prepare the stages, go to the stages before rally, make a fastly 3D model and prepare for rally. But it's impossible.
Also, I've been involved in this project that is making the Harju city special stage from Rally Finland to Richard Burns Rally, and it's supposed to come out later on. Do you think that you will be using that to practice as well ahead of Rally Finland?
I think because I saw in a dirt rally it has this special stage in city, but it's not the same. As I remember, they just changed some corners to do it like fully the same. But for example, I know rally SS1 from Barum Rally. It's city stage in Zlin.
Yeah,
it's also preparing. So, but it's not released yet. But if they will do the Finland, it will be really useful.
Yeah, this is interesting to hear, and I think when the people working on the stage see your comments about it as well, I think it will give them more motivation to do it really, really accurately and really like similar to real life. And I hope that we can do it in a way that is really, really close to reality. And I think, well, it's gone for quite a while now. I think if someone is still watching this when the video comes out at this late part of the video, there's I think one question and then some free words for you. But if there was one special stage from real world that you could get to Richard Burns Rally, what would it be and why?
It's difficult to say it's quick on this question.
Yeah, you can think about it, and I can edit it out the part when you're thinking about it.
But it's, if it's possible to choose from each rally, which stage.
Well, yeah, that works as well.
Yeah, but for example, some of iconic stages like in El Chocolat, or how it names in Argentina.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it names. Or El Condor. I didn't remember.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Okay,
brilliant.
yeah, Aon and Poche, it's already exists, as I know.
Yeah.
From Portugal, I don't know. Faith, it's not exist.
Not that I know of, at least not in the original format, which would make it possible to run in the tech plugin, for example.
So yeah, Faith, it's really nice. And where's Collins jump in Sweden?
I'm not sure of the stage, but yeah, I'm really familiar with the jump.
Because I saw this jump, something like this jump in Region Burns Rally, but it's not the same stage at all.
No, I don't think it is, but I think that jump at least has been modeled in Dirt Rally. I think it's there, but yeah, I'm not that good with Swedish stages. Don't know what the stage itself is called, but yeah. So that would be your choice for Sweden, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a brilliant jump. Is there some other stages that you would like to see from the real world?
Maybe just Seta Cidades. It's a stage in Azores, which goes on the edge of volcano, and it's really beautiful stage. It's like 30 Ks, but the view of the environment's incredible.
Can you focus on the driving itself, or are you just watching at the landscapes there? Like, wow,
No,
this is
for
beautiful.
sure. For sure, I'm trying not to watch it because you have like 200 meters cliff down, and
Yeah.
you're just focusing on the road to not make a mistake, and it's sometimes really scary to drive. But after you will see like footage from helicopter or just a photo and says, "Oh, it was me. Yeah, I drive with the beautiful places." But when you drive through, you just don't care about it.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, final thing. Do you have anything that you want to say to anyone who's watching this?
Subscribe on Lana channel. Okay, like touch the bells or thumbs up, and I don't know, maybe just to ask people use more simulators if you want to be if you're not able to use real life training. You can use rallying, this Region Burns Rally, and you spend much more less money, and you will able to feel it like in real life and have some abilities for a rally in the future, for example.
All right. I think this is now all that we can talk about this time around. Thank you so much, Nikolay, for the interview.
And thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, it was a pleasure chatting to you, and I hope that we can do this even more in the future. Maybe not always for a video, but just for, casual conversation as well. Would be interesting. And yeah, that is all for now for this video. And thank you guys ever so much for watching. And I'll see you again later on with another video. So yeah, bye.
Bye bye. Kitos.